Ladies and gentlemen, in this video, we're going to go over a store that's printing $1.1 million per month with just one product. It's a Shopify store. And whether or not you're an e-commerce store owner, thinking about starting a dropshipping business, whatever it is, this will be valuable for you because we're going to break down the niche, the problem that it solves, the website design, the advertising and marketing strategy overall. And it's going to shed a lot of light on how these high-level stores operate so that you can reverse engineer that to get to that level. Now, if this is your first time watching my channel, welcome. My name's Ari, and I run a growth scaling agency called Akemi. We work with $1 million a month Shopify stores, and we're also building a portfolio of cash flowing e-com brands as well, TikTok shops as well. You know, TikTok shop has been really killer for us lately, and I love to break these stores down because it gives me further knowledge on the overall landscape, and I can take action on the things that I learn right away within my business. So you should do the same. But let's not waste any more time. The store is called tryfum.com or tryfume. I'm not even sure, okay? But we're using Store Leads here, which is a database of stores, of e-commerce businesses, and they're doing $1.2 million a month estimated by this. Now, here's what the store looks like. It's actually beautiful. It's a beautifully designed store. And it's an untraditional design as well because, you know, if we click any of these products, which we will, you know, we can see that the setup is quite different than the traditional stores these days. But what they sell is these vaporizer sticks, right? So you guys probably know about the massive vape trend, nicotine vapes. They actually cause a lot of harm for people, right? So what they did is they thought, well, people still are going to have that habit of wanting to just suck on a little vape, basically. And in order to get them to stop being addicted, it's no vapor, actually, no nicotine, just delicious, natural flavored air. It's pretty cool. So let's look at their main product. This is what it is. And as you see, it's a very tiny little thing. And basically, you just suck on it and it gives you just like a nice hit of, I don't even know. Let's actually look at it. How does it work, right? How does fun work? Physiology shows stopping a bad habit cold turkey is very hard on your brain. Fume works by replacing your hand-to-mouth fixation, calming nervous tension through fidgeting, and distracting you from bad habits. So that's kind of how it works, right? So what they do is they put these little flavored packets in there so that when you breathe it in, you're not getting any vapor or anything really, but you're still getting some sort of taste and flavor. But let me look at the packets here. This is their main seller, right? Because they come with some packs. And how does the core even look like is what I'm curious about. Okay, so it looks like this, and you just breathe it in, right? Now, I think this is probably a lot less harmful than a vape. It's probably not entirely clean, right? Because you're still probably sucking in some sort of like toxic chemicals of some sort. Maybe not, I have no idea. But ultimately, what we're sharing here is not exactly like how this company's saving the world, right? But how they're approaching this problem and solving it in a very, very unique way. And again, I think they are masters at branding. I really do think so. If we look at all their social media pages, we can see it's just so beautifully branded. And I think this is the main reason they've been able to pop off. I think if anyone else did this with, you know, different branding, it probably wouldn't do as well. But because of the branding and because of the huge problem and how it's only getting bigger, right? The problem is only growing. The brand is therefore only growing as well and building a massive fan base. Now, I do want to say if you are dropshipping, right? One of the reasons why dropshipping is still one of my favorite business models is because it sets the foundation for a brand, right? With very little startup capital. To start something like this, you would probably need, you know, at least $5,000 to start. But with dropshipping, right, you could just find a sample that you order to your store or to your house and you start making content around and you could start getting sales, right? Well, I don't think you could find something like this maybe on AliExpress, but if you message suppliers on Alibaba or, you know, just maybe even find an Etsy seller that you're like, hey, I could blow this product up. Like, let's partner or let me make a Shopify storefront that I sell your product on. And, you know, you just get started. That's why I love dropshipping because you can build a huge brand off of it with very little startup capital and the skills are transferable. Now, let's actually look at some of their marketing because surprisingly, or really unsurprisingly, they're running a ridiculous amount of ads. That's actually how they're growing this mainly, is through running paid ads on Meta. Now, this is also one of my preferred ways to grow a business, is through the machine learning that Meta has on their ad platform. It's incredibly powerful, and it's only getting more powerful. A lot of people have trouble with it, but it's largely because they don't understand how to meld the organic content that you're getting with performance on paid ads. That may sound confusing, but that's basically what Akemi, my business, entirely focuses on. And that's how we make our money, right? Because we're at that intersection of organic content and machine learning paid ads. That's how we approach it. Now, if you take a look, they're running a ridiculous amount of creative diversity. Like, they have image ads, they have interviews, they have, other image ads, UGC content, UGC images. Like, this is actually a really good image, right? Because it looks like it would be a video. So the click-through rate and thumb stopper is pretty good. And you don't see these a lot, actually. This kind of stood out to me right away. You'd think that these low effort ads don't do well, but more often than not, they actually do better than something like this. Like, I would bet that this ad right here gets better metrics than this ad right here, even though this one is just so intricate and highly produced, right? So I've actually ran ads for a vape company before, but it wasn't a nicotine vape, it was a caffeine vape. So that's also the problem that they were solving. And we were able to get around some of the restrictions on Meta. Our team runs deep, our connections run deep, but this brand is clever, right? Because most brands are not able, in the vape niche, they're not able to advertise on Meta. It's restricted. But since this isn't technically a vaporizer, they're able to take full advantage of this channel, and they're doing so. They're going super hard here. I don't know if they're on Amazon or not, but they should be. I think this brand on Amazon and TikTok Shop would literally blow up so hard. And it's interesting to me that TikTok is just such a massive opportunity, yet brands still seem to be sleeping on it. I think it's because it's like a risk aversion that brands have, especially with the potential ban of TikTok. I totally understand that, but the ROI that you're going to get on TikTok is insane, and not just through the direct sales from the platform, but the effect that those sales and content systems have on the rest of your channels, on Shopify, on Amazon. I sound like a broken record if you're a subscriber, right? Because I talk about these things so much, but these are the things that are allowing us to, build 100K on stores in a matter of a couple months, right? Because we have so many creators in our disposal on TikTok, and then we can use that content to run Meta ads and scale further. It's really special, and I'm really happy that I, just focused entirely on growth. Like, that's literally the growth. My company, this is what I tell the team all the time. I'm like, guys, sure, we're doing this and that. We're doing lead gen over here. We're running TikTok shop ads over there. But ultimately, we are focused, because what is our focus? Our focus is being the best at growth systems, and data-driven scaling. That's what we're all about. Now, I do want to say, Akemi Lab is launching our Tier 3 program, which is going to be the Accelerator. Now, there is a Tier 2 still available. I just re-enabled it, but I made the price higher because ultimately we just want quality people to join. And, if people are not committed to the community, it kind of hurts the whole community. So I do want to have a nice paywall between what the free content that I post is. That's a Tier 1, right? That's you guys watching this. I always want to make free education. That's why I don't have a course or anything, right? I don't want to really go down that route. However, we do have a ton of daily research that our team does, and we pay for a ton of softwares, and also the research crew, they got to get paid, and that's where the research lab comes in. So you can join that. We're super active in those chats. And then what Tier 3 will be a higher ticket program, which will basically be direct mentorship by me and my team. Like, literally the Akemi team is going to be on school. We're going to be answering questions, creating posts, doing weekly calls, maybe even twice a week. We'll see. We're kind of building it as a beta program with the community. And it's not available right here, right? Because this is WAP. But maybe we'll make it available on WAP. We still don't really know. This is kind of a test, right? But ultimately, we want to change people's lives, and I don't want you to feel like you have to hire us as an agency in order to use our services. I would rather also, give you the option to just have us teach you what we do, right? And I mean, that's what I do on YouTube, of course, but it's not the same level of attention because, thousands of people watch this as, one-on-one help through a school, through, the Discord chat, and through calls. So super exciting stuff. You'll find the wait list for tier 3 in the description. And I'll also put a link to just the Akemi Lab as it stands right now. It's a really great opportunity. I love what we're building here at Akemi, the agency, and the Akemi Lab, the Accelerator. It's a great ecosystem, and the goal is literally to build billions upon billions of dollars of enterprise value through the brands that we help create, through the brands that we own, and just the network effect overall. There's really no reason we can't have a global impact if we do things together, right? And that's what we're trying to do. But I'm never going to stop making videos. I literally make videos every day. So if that doesn't show you my commitment to free education, then I really don't know what will. And that's fine. But hopefully you enjoyed this. Peace.